You're watching the news from the Sultan of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 2 royal decrees. The Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Azerbaijan launch a joint investment fund worth 77 million Omani riyals. And the 18th Arab Steel Summit 2025 reviews in Muscat the development of metal industries in line with national trends towards a more efficient and sustainable industry. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issued 2 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 87/2025, Article 1 establishes a special economic zone at the Wilayah of Ibri in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira. It shall be named the Special Economic Zone in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira in the designated land plot specified in the attached master plan. Article 2, the Board of Directors of the Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones shall appoint those in charge of managing, operating and developing for the Special Economic Zone in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira. Article 3, the existing projects at the Special Economic Zone in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira shall be granted the incentives and advantages stipulated by the law on Special Economic Zones and Free Zones promulgated under Royal Decree number 38/2025. Article 4. This decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into force on the following day of its publication. Royal Decree number 88/2025, Article 1, establishes a special economic zone at Al-Rawdan in the Wilayah of Mahadha in the Governorate of Al-Braymi. It shall be named the Special Economic Zone in Al-Rawda in the designated land plot specified in the attached master plan. Article 2. The Board of Directors of the Public Authority for the Special Economic Zones and Free Zones shall appoint those in charge for managing, operating and developing for the Special Economic Zone in Al-Rawda. Article 3. The existing projects at the Special Economic Zone in Al-Rawda shall be granted the incentives, advantages and exemptions stipulated by the law on Special Economic Zones and Free Zones promulgated under the Royal Decree number 38/2025. Article 4. This decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into force on the following day of its publication. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Yoweri Museveni of the Republic of Uganda on his country's independence anniversary. Oman Investment Authority OIA signed today a new strategic partnership with Azerbaijan Investment Holding AIH, the entity responsible for managing and developing state-owned enterprises and investments in the Republic of Azerbaijan. Here's more on this report.
The Oman Investment Authority continues to strengthen its global presence through strategic partnerships that promote economic cooperation and sustainable growth. Its latest agreement with the Azerbaijan Investment Holding establishes a joint fund with a total capital of 77 million Omani riyals, equally contributed by both parties, marking the authority's 10th global partnership.
Last year we hosted the International Forum of Sovereign Wealth Funds in Oman here, where more than 35 multinational sovereign wealth funds met here in Oman. We had discussions with a few of them to make something jointly together, and today we are harvesting one of those efforts with our friends in Azerbaijan holding company to establish the joint fund, which targets to not only bring capital to both nations, but also enhance to diversify the local economies, provide jobs, and import and localize technology.
Our countries share common values. Our countries share very similar economic structure and opportunities and challenges, but most importantly, the political willingness and closeness of our leaders to develop further our relationship. And of course, economy is one field where we want and can do more.
This partnership reflects a shared commitment to building sustainable and balanced investment relations while supporting projects that deliver long-term benefits for both countries. It also aligns with Oman Vision 2040, which aims to build a diversified and resilient economy through international collaboration and the transfer of knowledge and advanced technologies to local industries.
The focus on this partnership is to bring value and add on to the country. So both countries have their own visions, and we'll link those visions to create value and bring investment. For instance, we're going to focus, for example, on food and agri, food security between the two countries. And the other thing, part of the logistics, link the countries logistically through air and through any other means. Plus, we could look at the mining sectors and great value between the two countries.
Our joint projects should be in the fields that are important to both nations, such as energy sustainability, such as food security, such as new technologies, such as the artificial intelligence, etc. It's a great step for AIH and our partnership with our dear, esteemed friends from Oman Investment Authority and from the friendly and brotherly nation of Oman.
The agreement forms part of the Oman Investment Authority's wider global network of partnerships with peer institutions and reputable entities across regions including Turkey, Qatar, Brunei, and Spain. This strategic partnership underscores Oman's steady expansion in global investment markets, reinforcing its position as a trusted and forward-looking economic partner. Reporting from Muscat, this is Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Aspects of economic cooperation and strengthening the partnership between the Sultanate of Oman and Azerbaijan were discussed by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed al-Sakri, Minister of Economy, during his meeting with His Excellency Mikhail Jabarov, Minister of Economy of Azerbaijan. During the meeting, areas of cooperation in the investment, trade, energy and tourism sectors were reviewed, as well as their opportunities for establishing joint projects that will contribute to diversifying income sources and strengthening bilateral economic relations. During the meeting, the two sides emphasized on the importance of exchanging visits between businessmen and investment institutions in both countries. They also stressed on the necessity of taking advantage of the potentials and opportunities offered by the Omani and Azerbaijani economies in the way that serves common interests and contributes to achieving sustainable development. Both sides expressed their aspiration to enhance future cooperation and expand areas of economic partnership to serve the aspirations of the leadership of the two countries and their friendly people. His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, also discussed with His Excellency Mikhail Jabarov, Minister of Economy of the Republic of Azerbaijan, means of enhancing economic and investment cooperation between the two friendly countries and opening new horizons for partnership in various fields. The two sides also stressed on the importance of forming the Omani-Azerbaijani Business Council and establishing a joint working committee for economic and investment cooperation, in addition to studying the signing of two agreements on the protection and encouragement of investments, as well as the avoidance of double taxation. The 18th Arab Steel Summit 2025, hosted in Muscat for the first time, witnessed a wide participation from officials, investors, experts and representatives of regional and global companies in this sector. Here's a report.
Visions for the future of iron and steel industry in the Arab region, supply security, value chains and new protectionist policies were the main topics emphasized at the 18th Arab Steel Summit 2025, hosted in Muscat. The summit included a wide participation from officials, investors, experts and representatives of regional and global companies in this sector.
The summit came as a space for discussion between the producers and the policymakers and also the investors in the region, where to create an ecosystem that it is make the steel industry efficient and sustainable. Valley established its presence as an industrial base in Oman, and now it's continuing to provide solutions for the steel industry, from the natural resources combination with the energy and also the local talent, which will create a solid industry which will be efficient and competitive and also sustainable in the region.
In its 18th edition, the summit acts as an intellectual and industrial platform to discuss the role of innovation and modern technologies in enhancing competitiveness, sustainability, and environmental and technological transformation in the steel sector. It also focuses on building a circular economy based on recycling and industrial scrap.
We've been very lucky to choose Muscat as the city that hosts this conference. I think Muscat is the Arabs' world, and I say that in the utmost good faith, is the Arab world's best kept secret. The Arab steel world has been discussing the gradual demise of the rules-based trading system that has changed dramatically over the past year. The Arab world has been discussing the need not to protect, but to align with the world in terms of setting better policies in dealing with our trade of steel with the world.
On the sidelines of the summit, the International Iron and Steel Exhibition was inaugurated, showcasing the latest technologies and industrial solutions in the iron and steel sector. It aimed to promote communication between investors, suppliers and manufacturers to facilitate partnerships, thus contributing to the boosting of production, efficiency and achieving a focused shift towards building a low-emission industry. It is worth mentioning that the iron and steel sector is considered one of the most promising industrial sectors in the Sultanate of Oman, as it contributes around 2% to the gross domestic product, while exports of its products make up nearly 40% of the total local industrial exports.
Work progress continues in Al Dakhliya Governorate to implement a water supply pipeline project to the Samail industrial city and neighboring villages. It is worth mentioning that the project implementation cost exceeds 12 million Omani riyals. The project, which is being supervised by Nama Water Services Company, has reached approximately 63% completion rate. The project aims to keep up with increased demand on water resources due to the rapid growth in population as well as urban expansion. Oman's vision for smarter cities is taking another step forward. During the Urban Planning, Housing and Construction exhibition, the conference, 11 agreements were signed to advance digital transformation from a unified national addressing system to a new integrated healthcare facility in Sultan Haitham city. Here's a report.
Oman continues its efforts to modernize urban infrastructure and public services. During Urban Planning, Housing and Construction exhibition and conference, new agreements were signed supporting digital transformation and sustainable city development. An agreement was signed for the installation of street and building signs under the National Addressing Project across all governorates of the Sultanate of Oman, valued at over 1.3 million Oman riyals. The project aims to unify the national addressing system, enhance accessibility, and support digital and geographic information system. It will also improve emergency response, delivery, and postal services while integrating updated digital maps with national spatial platforms.
The addressing system in Oman, which has been planned for since a long time, and this comes as one of the outcomes for Oman vision, because the vision focuses on having a country that has proper infrastructure, and one of the infrastructure elements is to have a proper addressing system where any visitor can reach to where he wants to aim easily, be it through the technical support or be it through the road networks, and all of these integrate together within the system.
Meanwhile, during the second day of the exhibition, a partnership agreement was signed to develop an integrated healthcare facility in Al Wafa neighborhood in Sultan Haytham City. With an investment value of 22 million Oman riyals, the project spans more than 33,000 square meters. The new facility will provide modern medical services, enhance community well-being, and support the city's vision of building sustainable, livable urban environments for citizens and residents alike.
The new hospital, it's a new era. It's a hospital that includes roughly 110 clinics of different specialties, different specialized in different services in healthcare. So we hope that this is an addition to what's available in the Sultanate at the moment. It's a special hospital, special entity in the new city. We look at it as the model or the examples sit in the future city in this country.
Together, these projects symbolize Oman's vision for the future: cities that are smarter, services that are more connected, and communities that enjoy a higher quality of life in a modern, sustainable environment. Those agreements are expected to form a transformative urban development in the Sultanate of Oman, in line with the objectives of Oman Vision 2040. This is Ruqayya Rasul Al-Khdairi, reporting for the Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Hafid Railways announced the commencement of tunneling work in Al-Hajar Mountains in Al-Brahmi Governorate, marking a qualitative start to one of the most important transformational phases of the project. The company added that it has achieved a series of major accomplishments in implementation this strategic cross-border project, including the construction of roads leading to the tunnel entrances, allowing access for heavy equipment and construction materials. Excavation and blasting work continues at the tunnel entrances in the preparation for the full excavation phase. Following the completion of the civil works for the tunnel, the stages of route formation, track laying and implementation of the railway system within them will follow. The Gulf Tour for Successful Management concluded in Muscat following stops in Doha and Riyadh. Experts in management attended sessions where His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al-Ofi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, shared insights on effective implementation and resource management in the field of energy sector. The event included lectures and panel discussions on key aspects of modern management, highlighting Oman's role as a strategic hub for Gulf dialogue on leadership and innovation. The Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies concluded the activities of the 2025 Thought Forum. The forum discussed the roles of the studies and thought centers in supporting decision-making, highlighting the importance of think tanks, research and advisory centers in promoting the economy that is based on knowledge and decision-making. The forum came out with recommendations, most notably on a proposal to establish a regulatory body for intellectual production in the Sultanate of Oman. This body would coordinate efforts among various research sectors, along with governance of funding to ensure increased efficiency and maximum utilization of available resources. In the heart of Oman's desert, creativity took flight as young minds turned data into discovery and dreams into design. More details in the following report.
Innovation met inspiration in the golden sands of Bedia as the NASA Space Apps Hackathon 2025 concluded after a thrilling 48-hour global challenge. More than 170 participants, including 34 teams from Oman, joined forces to design creative solutions using NASA's open data.
Alongside the hackathon, we had an exhibition for the community and schools, consisted of a planetarium, space companies, robots of various types, telescopes for observing Saturn and the Moon, different environmental booths, University of Technology and Applied Science booth, and much more.
The closing ceremony held in the presence of Dr. Saeed bin Hamad al-Rubai, Vice-Chancellor of UTAS, featured remarks by Dr. Hafez al-Rahbi, insight from Dr. Saleh al-Shidani on behalf of the judging panel, and a warm message from the Zanzibar space team.
We have worked on the necessary logistics required by the participant, including reception and welcoming, preparing the hackathon hall, accommodation, catering.
We are very happy to visit the NASA Space Apps event. We love science and learn a lot from this kind of exhibition. Early, we also had a chance to visit Kuwait and take part in a Generation Science program. Another great experience that inspired us even more.
Over 2 days, innovators, students and developers from Oman and abroad collaborated on projects tackling real-world issues from climate change to space exploration, presenting their ideas through prototypes and live demos. The highlight came with the award ceremony honoring winners in multiple categories: Best Use of Data, GeoBloom; Best Use of Technology, Grieve.
The local awards winners of NASA Space Apps Challenge 2025 were announced, showing the 10 projects from the 33 submissions. Notable 10 winners were representing the following categories of awards: Best Use of Science, Best Use of Data, Best Use of Technology.
I'm really thankful for this amazing opportunity. That is, we are getting to participate at the NASA Space App Challenge at the IBRA event. And most of my team members, for us, it's the first hackathon.
Judges praised the high quality of submissions, calling it a win-win experience for all participants who showcased creativity, teamwork and innovation. The event concluded in a festive spirit with traditional Omani folklore performances celebrating the nation's culture and pride. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Bedia, North Sharqiya.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 2 royal decrees. The Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Azerbaijan launch a joint investment fund worth 77 million Omani riyals. And the 18th Arab Steel Summit 2025 reviews in Muscat the development of metal industries in line with national trends towards a more efficient and sustainable industry. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.